Now on CoastTV News.
Cloudy day in store for Delmarva. More rain tonight, then becoming very cold into the weekend and early next week. Not as cold for Christmas. Forecast details coming up.
Repairing sidewalks in Milford, why this area is a tripping hazard, and what is being done to increase safety.
Don't take the fish houses. That they're threatening the entire commercial fishing industry.
That's the concern in Ocean City, how local governments made a big pushback against the effort to build wind farms off our coast.
Rule for rock drinks, what organizers of the Boardwalk Rock Music Festival are requesting when it comes to alcohol beverages.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we continue with our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. It's Wednesday, December 18th, 2024.
You know, we've been talking a lot about Christmas. Hanukkah actually begins on December 25th as well. It's one of the latest times that festival has started in recent memory.
Yeah, very cool. And according to our searches, to Kwanzaa's the day after Christmas.
26, yeah.
This is like an exciting time. Yeah, definitely. You reminded me, too, because my niece celebrates both.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I normally have time to get her Hanukkah presents, but I don't. It's next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well, I'm glad I was here.
Thank you.
To mention this.
Thank you.
This is very important.
What would I do without, Matt, CoastTV?
I'm going to clip this and save that statement right there.
It's going to be your ringtone?
It will be.
Fair enough. All right. We're going to bring in Bob right now. Though, Bob, we've been talking a white Christmas, but we know we're not going to get that. That means no white Hanukkah, no white Kwanzaa either.
Yeah, none of the above. No, we're looking at a brown holiday season for Delmarva, unfortunately. As we're looking at temperatures in the 40s right now, 51, the exception in Rehoboth right now, 45 in Delmar and 45 in Georgetown. Winds are calm inland areas, a little bit of a breeze along the coast. Visibility showing 10 miles at the airports, but there is some patchy fog out there. Watch for that. Otherwise, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies across Delmarva. That fog will burn off mid-morning. Otherwise, we're looking at a good-looking day. So Futurecast, well, has a little bit of sunshine this morning. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s, then increasing clouds this afternoon. Temperatures mainly in the 50s, close to 60, and then breezy for this evening. So watch for the morning fog. I gave it the yellow light, and then for the PM commute, dry and mild.
Thank you, Bob. New this morning, we're expecting to learn more about projects in Milford that deal with the Mississippian River. City's Parks and Recreation Advisory Board is expected to review the current state of the River Walk extension.
And CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Milford. Elisa, you currently are in the downtown area, and business owners there say this area is actually a tripping hazard.
Good morning, Matt and Paige. I'm currently in downtown Milford, and this is an area where you'll often see a lot of people walking. There's a lot of shops and restaurants here, but a major concern here is the conditions of the paving. As you can see right here, some of these brick pavers, they're actually pretty lifted up, and this could easily be something that you could trip on if you weren't paying attention. So a lot of businesses have actually told us that they've been requesting that the city fix this for a long time, and today the city is going to look at some of those areas that need immediate fixing because of those tripping concerns. And today the city is also going to look at the current state of the Riverwalk project. The city says that the lighted handrail project has been completed for some time now, and the other problem is the bulkhead at the Mississippian River also needs to be repaired. The city said that project has been delayed, and they have signed a new contract with an engineering firm. And that meeting will be held today at 5:30, and there will be a public comment period. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Elisa Weber in Milford. The Riverwalk, it's not the only project being reviewed tonight by the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board there. Plans continue to be made for City Hall Plaza. Now, a bid that came back by the contractor at just over $588,000 was recently rejected by City Council. The picnic pavilion at Memorial Park, that's moved to the design phase, and plans for public restrooms are being reviewed by various departments within DelDOT. This is to make sure the city is compliant with federal regulations.
New this morning, we are learning more about the plans for next spring's Boardwalk Rock Music Festival in Ocean City. Organizers will have their applications reviewed at the Worcester County Board of License Commissioners meeting coming up. The two-day festival begins Saturday, May 17th. Setup is similar to the Ocean's Calling Festival. Organizers are requesting to be allowed to sell alcoholic beverages between noon and 10:30 in the festival area. That's from the Inlet to North Division Street. If you want more information about Boardwalk Rock, including the headlining acts, all that can be found on CoastTV's app and website.
We have an update on a deadly hit and run in Ocean City, and Ocean City police now say they have arrested 57-year-old James John Johnson. He's being charged with first and second degree murder. According to police, the hit and run was intentional. Witnesses saw an SUV allegedly driven by Johnson, accelerate and swerve directly into the victim. This was in the parking lot at 92nd Street. Police used surveillance footage and witness statements to identify the driver as Johnson.
The Sussex County Council voted to deny a conditional use request. It would have allowed U.S. Wind to build a substation near the Indian River Power Plant. The substation would have served as the onshore connection point for power generated by wind turbines in the Atlantic Ocean. People at the meeting on both sides cited things like property values, tourism, the environment as their believed concerns or believed benefits of the outcome.
$200 million in grid infrastructure upgrades. That's a clear benefit to Sussex County in particular.
They're 10 miles off the beach. They're very, very apparent. And that does have a negative impact on tourism and property values.
U.S. Wind said in a statement, quote, "We know that the law is on our side and are confident Tuesday's decision will not stand. Our plans to build the region's most important clean energy project are unchanged," end quote. So what does this mean for U.S. Wind? Can construction happen if there's not a site for the cables to go on shore? When we asked, U.S. Wind referred us to a previous statement they made saying their plans to build are unchanged.
Yeah, that's not the only thing that happened with U.S. Wind on Tuesday. In Worcester County, commissioners announced plans to use eminent domain to prevent the company from purchasing 2 seafood wholesale properties in West Ocean City's commercial maritime harbor. Now, U.S. Wind's been looking to demolish the harbor's only commercial seafood wholesalers in order to use the area for maintenance and storage. Commissioners cited the potentially negative impact on the commercial fishing industry, and the Chief Administrative Officer, Weston Young, doesn't believe the county is the one that's misguided with efforts.
There's other properties in the harbor. They could buy the Orsted property. They could buy Pier 23, which is no longer operational. There's other properties. Don't take the fish houses. That they're threatening the entire commercial fishing industry. Bring it.
U.S. Wind was planning to reconstruct the pier after Maryland gave approval to a tidal wetlands license application.
Those were 2 decisions trying to stop the wind farm, at least important components to it. We're going to take you now through the whole timeline. U.S. Wind won the lease for the wind farm in 2014. It's drawn support and pushback ever since then. In 2021, the Maryland Public Service Commission held public hearings on U.S. Wind and other wind farm proposals. There's been a lot of back and forth since then as well. Then this fall, the town of Ocean City and other towns nearby filed a lawsuit against the project, citing environmental and view concerns. And then just last week, DNREC gave final approval to run the wind farm cables under State Park beaches to that substation. But again, that substation was recently denied.
This morning, one of Governor John Carney's trusted advisor is facing charges. According to Delaware courts, Saron Cade, current budget director for the state, is being charged with 6 counts of shoplifting. Court documents say Cade allegedly stole 8 items from a Wilmington Home Depot, totaling almost $400. And in a statement over the weekend, Governor Carney said Cade is on paid leave due to a personal legal matter.
On Tuesday, Delaware's lone Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester gave her final remarks on the House floor before becoming Delaware's U.S. Senator. She said she's grateful for the last 8 years of her career and is ready to now move forward and create history.
So 167 years later, I stand here, the first woman and black person elected to Congress from Delaware, on the shoulders of our ancestors, delivering my final speech before being sworn in as a United States Senator. My journey represents the promise and potential of America.
Last month, Blunt Rochester won the open Senate seat currently held by retiring Tom Carper.
And again, that speech was at Capitol Hill. We're now taking a live look there in Washington, D.C. That building, it has seen plenty of activity this month, and we are now tracking work towards a Friday deadline. Lawmakers scrambling to finalize a short-term bill to fund the government, or they could face a shutdown.
Yeah, NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how members have begun the blame game once again for the last-minute pileup.
Lawmakers are racing to avoid another potential partial government shutdown. Republicans unveiling a short-term bill overnight.
It'll go to March 14, and that date was chosen because it coincides with the calendars of the House and Senate, and it makes sense for us to get the appropriations done. But our aim is to do it early in the year.
Among other things, the bill includes $100 billion for disaster relief funding for damage caused by Hurricanes Helene and Milton. There's also $10 billion in aid for farmers, something many Republicans support. But the overall size and scope of the measure is drawing pushback from some members of the GOP.
It's a total dumpster fire. I think it's garbage. This is what Washington, D.C. has done. This is why I ran for Congress to try to stop this.
Top Senate Republicans blame Democrats for the last-minute push.
We're dealing with this mess because the Democrats here in the Senate failed to take up what I think are the most basic responsibilities of our government. And that's to fund the military and obviously to spend wisely the taxpayer dollars.
Democrats say getting the measure through Congress before funding expires is a top priority.
We're getting closer to the December 20th deadline, so time is of the essence for Republicans to reach an agreement with us that we can act on quickly.
We are heading into the holidays, and the nation really needs a bipartisan package that will prevent a needless shutdown.
The bill also addresses rising concerns about recent drone sightings that have shut down U.S. airspace. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Still a lot more news to get to this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, bringing more to Milton with the McDonald's up and running, what other chain restaurants are now looking to build in the town.
Also ahead, rental rules are taking shape. We're going to tell you new regulations in Ocean City and how they could get rid of short-term rentals in part of the town.
Yeah, and holiday shipping deadline details, how long you still have to mail your presents in time for Christmas delivery. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
The Governor's Challenge is back in Salisbury, and the Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive station for the hottest high school hoops. 140 teams from 14 states, D.C. and Canada hit the courts in the nation's premier holiday basketball tournament. Download the DSN app today so you can stream every live game from 5 courts, plus the DSN Nightly Wrap-Up Show. The 42nd Annual Governor's Challenge, sponsored by Shower Glass. Only on the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app.
Have you lost a loved one to suicide? You are not alone. I lost my teenage son to this heartbreaking tragedy.
And I lost my veteran dad, who faced his struggles alone in silence.
We're here as part of the Jesse Clump Memorial Fund's Lost team, providing support to suicide loss survivors.
We understand this complicated grief. We are here to meet, talk, or text whenever you need.
Remember, you are not alone.
Call us at 410-726-3090.
Together we can heal and find hope again.
Foul odors, discolored water, are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Faster internet is better. That's why Extreme is increasing speeds and lowering prices, giving you more go, more whoa, more vroom, and boom for less. Get Internet 250 with whole home Wi-Fi 360 Pro for just $19.99 a month for a year. Plus, add the Xumo Stream Box for even more value. New faster speeds, new lower prices. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Just about 6:13 on our Wednesday morning. HSB, Cam and Cambridge. Cold, 37 there, 44 in Delmar, 45 in Georgetown. If you're seeing some clearing, it's a little colder and it's a little milder at the beaches right now, 40s and 50s. Visibility showing good, but there is some patchy fog out there, so watch for that. We've got light winds and not a bad day if you're a runner. We're looking at a mix of sun and clouds this morning, temperatures in the 40s and then warming through the 50s to around 56 by noon and cloudy skies.
This morning, Salisbury officials continuing to determine what led to this crash that you see right there on your screen. Now, according to the Salisbury Fire Department, the crash took place on Naylor Mill Road on Tuesday, and one person actually had to be rescued from the vehicle.
The Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates this week for the final time of 2024. According to the Labor Department, consumer prices jumped up 2.7% for the 12 months ending in November. If the agency announces another interest rate cut, it would mark the third rate cut of the year.
First deadline for shipping packages in time for Christmas Day. It is here. It is today. This is for the U.S. Postal Service's ground shipping within the lower 48 states. For the Postal Service Priority Mail Express, you do have until Saturday, and the deadline for UPS is Thursday or Monday with next day air. For FedEx, if you're willing to pay for it, you can cut it as close as Christmas Eve with same-day shipping.
Ouch. All right. Still ahead this morning, rental rules are taking shape. We're going to tell you what's next for proposed regulations for short-term rentals in Ocean City.
We are still seeing some stars out there, brightening skies on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. Lots of clouds for today. One last mild day. Rain tonight, then turning colder, much colder by the weekend. Not as cold for Christmas. Your forecast details in 2 minutes.
At Coastal Comfort, we're more than just heating and air. We're family, dedicated to keeping you and your family comfortable all year.
Comfort you can count on.
We're Coastal Comfort. Call us today.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
Happy holidays.
Start the new year off generously by giving to those in need on Delmarva. Coast Country Cares is hosting a Code Purple Drive on Saturday, January 11th at Boulevard Ford in Georgetown. Stop by from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to donate non-perishable food items, warm clothing, cleaning supplies, and more for shelters and those who need it most this winter. For a complete list of items for January 11th, go to coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
You'll be walking into a winter wonderland at Bellaterra's Garden Center this holiday season. From freshly cut Christmas trees and handmade wreaths to poinsettias and Christmas ornaments, let Bellaterra deck your halls and trim your tree. Join us December 20th through December 23rd for our winter decor sale. Up to 50% off winter and holiday decor. Bellaterra Landscapes and Garden Center, your Christmas tree headquarters. Bellaterra is located right off Route 16 in Ellendale, Delaware.
You had a kid who was in trouble. The lawyer charged you $10,000.
I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to pay $10,000. I can come up with half.
She said, I can get it from my parents.
She did.
Judge Judy.
Wednesday at 2 on CoastTV.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Approaching 6:17 on this Wednesday morning, we're getting a live look at Lewis and the Roosevelt Inlet before there's any signs of daylight. We can see some blinking lights out there, so we know that's just not a dark screen, Bob. Hey, if you haven't put up any decorations or you want to, or if you're procrastinating, but maybe like you're like Bob that just likes to go Clark Griswold and keep on adding more, today's a good day for that.
Yeah, I haven't gone full Clark Griswold, let's put it that way, Matt, but I'm getting there. And maybe if you're putting up those last-minute decorations, today is the day to do it. It's the last real mild day and dry day. We'll see rain tonight. It does dry out on Thursday. I gave it the green light there. And then rain later Friday. So on Friday, try to get those decorations out before about 2 p.m. Right now, 37 in Redden, 41 in Seaford, 44 in Delmar. Temperatures do vary a little bit because where you're seeing the clear skies, it is a little colder. 50 in Ocean City and Rehoboth right now. Winds are light, but the tendency is out of the northeast. Georgetown, Salisbury, and Ocean City all showing 10 miles visibility, but there is patchy fog out there, so watch for that. So we're seeing clouds and stars right now. Not a lot going on. What we're seeing is a system developing to our south and west, a frontal system with low pressure across the Tennessee Valley with rain there. Some snow in the colder air. We're not going to see the snow, but we'll see that front. Then eventually the colder air will pour out of Canada and into our neck of the woods as we go into the weekend. Here is Futurecast this morning. Watch for the patchy fog. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Some sun as we go through the morning hours, and then as we go into the noon hour, more in the way of clouds. And we're warming through the 50s, close to 60 in some places by this afternoon. A little cooler at the beaches and staying mild as we go through this evening, and breezy as we see rain showers building in with that front through the overnight hours. Still kind of rainy around midnight. Even 3:30, still seeing some rain. Then it clears out early tomorrow morning. It's cold tomorrow. Highs only into the mid to upper 40s into the afternoon hours. There is a sneaky system off the coast on Friday that could clip us with some rain as we go later Friday into Friday evening. Right now, just warm enough for rain, but it could be snow up in the Philly area. But for us, a cold rain. And then behind this system, system. The cold air rushes in, and you can see offshore we've got some rain and snow there. As we go through time, the next few days, we could see up to about a quarter inch of rain, maybe about a third of an inch by Saturday. The big story is the blast of winter this weekend into early next week. Highs 10 to 20 degrees below average, highs in the 30s, lows in the teens, and staying dry. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 58 today, and then Thursday and Friday, mid to upper 40s. Maybe some of that rain later Friday, then really cold into the weekend. 37 Saturday, only 31 on Sunday, low of 20 Sunday morning, 16 Monday morning, 34 on Tuesday. By Tuesday, mostly sunny and 45.
But developing news in Ocean City after months of debating regulations for short-term housing. The town's Planning and Zoning Commission has made a couple of changes they're proposing. Here is what actually they're looking at. The length of time people are allowed to stay overnight, that would be limited by the number of bedrooms. And for residential neighborhoods, people would have to stay at least 31 days, essentially getting rid of short-term rental options in that zone. We went to Ocean City to learn what people there think about this. Here's what one man told us.
I personally think it's already so ingrained and it will not work.
Planning and Zoning Commission says it wants to restrict short-term rentals in residential areas. This will eventually be decided by the Ocean City Council.
All right, this brings us to our CoastTV poll on a related topic. We're asking, should property managers be required to live within 60 minutes?
Yeah, so far we got some changes in the voting there, but most of you who are voting in this say definitely needed to be within the 60-minute radius. So if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or our mobile app.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, bringing more to Milton, we're telling you why the owner of the new heavily debated restaurant says business is right where it should be. Don't go anywhere.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
It's the Red Tag event going on now at IG Burton Chevrolet. See some red, save some green. Discounts up to $12,500 off, 0% financing, and leases starting at just $299 a month. If you're looking for a great deal, now's the time to get behind the wheel at IG Burton Chevrolet. Come see us today at any IG Burton Chevrolet location in Milford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin, or online at igburton.com for all the details. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody!
Mark your calendars for the Children's Beach House Gala presented by Jack Wingo Realtors and Jack Wingo Asset Management on February 8 in Dewey Beach. This black tie evening features an open bar, auctions, dinner, and a performance by Kristen and the Noise. Your support helps empower children with special needs to build confidence, develop leadership skills, and thrive in a caring community. For more info, visit cbhinc.org/gala or call 302-841-9639. Sponsored by Coast TV.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coastwide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
Happening in Milton last week, we saw the opening of the town's McDonald's restaurant. Now there's a request to also bring a Dunkin' Donuts to Milton, which McDonald's up and running. Owner and operator Michael Mioli thinks that'll fit right in with the town.
We're very deliberate in understanding of Milton's very historic nature, and I think we're going to be certainly a good neighbor, but a nice blend really of the charm that is Milton and the kind of the American tradition that is McDonald's.
On Tuesday, Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission was scheduled to review the site plans for that proposed Dunkin' Donuts.
We are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey, and to borrow a line from the Hanukkah song and Adam Sandler, our morning so far for mid-December, not too shabby.
I see what you did there, Matt. Good job. For the beaches, not too bad today, but we are seeing a lot of clouds, a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures into the mid-50s for Chincoteague and Assateague, and similar conditions Fenwick Island, beginning in the 40s and then into the 50s. Waves around 2 to 3 feet. Next 3 days in Cambridge, 58 today, 47 Thursday, maybe some rain on Friday, 46. And then for Crisfield, similar conditions for you. Much more on our changeable forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Bob. Also coming up after the break, Sussex substation rejection. We're going to tell you why county officials say they rejected a request by U.S. Wind that would have moved the offshore wind project forward and how the company now plans to progress.
Boardwalk Rock beverage policy will tell you what is expected today that could impact next year's new music festival in Ocean City.
And repair roundup in Milton, which areas downtown is going to be focusing on. Coast TV will be right back.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays, anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go, with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
I needed to do some safe floor. I slipped in my old floor and I broke my kneecap. I called Pinnacle, they came. The team was very professional. And then when I came home 2 o'clock, my garage was done. That's the best part. I loved it. Pinnacle did a really great job. They did this beautiful floor and safe to walk. Call Pinnacle, you will not be disappointed. You'll be happy like I am.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating and Air! Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Now on Coast TV News.
Mainly cloudy day in store for Delmarva. More rain tonight, then becoming very cold into the weekend and early next week with not as cold conditions for Christmas. Forecast details coming up.
Walkway improvements in Milford and where the Riverwalk project currently stands.
Also in Milford, pot plans. We have the reaction from a public hearing over the sale of marijuana in the city.
Against the wind, the big moves made by local governments that created obstacles for the offshore wind project.
This is Coast TV News Today.
December 18th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
And we're approaching 6:28 as we make our way on this Wednesday morning.
Not a terrible Wednesday morning. We've had a lot worse. So I think if you're feeling maybe nervous or anxious or even excited about Christmas, just take it easy
I think
today.
you can have all those emotions.
I have all those emotions, definitely. So we're going to bring in Bob right now to help you plan the rest of your day. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Delmarva. We are seeing lots of clouds out there this morning and temperatures on the cool side. Nothing frosty, 43 in Salisbury, 45 in Georgetown, 37 in Redden, a little colder where it's clearer, and upper 40s at the coast. For the most part, the winds are calm, just a light northeast breeze right now. 2 miles visibility in Salisbury and some fog, so watch out for patchy fog. Otherwise, we're seeing some blue skies and some clouds as well. Otherwise, we're looking at quiet conditions for today. Here's Futurecast this morning. Watch for the morning fog. Otherwise, breaks in the clouds. By noon, increasing clouds. And by afternoon, 50s to around 60 with mostly cloudy skies and the winds picking up and the rains overnight. Bus stop forecast for the kiddos. Watch for the patchy fog this morning, 43. And then heading home, dry and cool and 58.
Today, the Milford Parks and Recreation Advisory Board will be holding a meeting where members will be discussing the current state of the Riverwalk extension and the city's walkways.
And Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Milford. The downtown area and business owners say this area is a tripping hazard. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Paige. I'm currently in downtown Milford, and this is a popular area where people love to walk. There's a lot of shops right here and restaurants. We actually just saw someone walking their dog. The major concern here is the current state of the sidewalks. I'm going to show you right here. Some of these pavers, they're really uneven, so if you were walking and possibly not paying attention, it would be very easy to trip on these pavers, and it's something business owners have told us that they've been worried about for a long time. And today the city is going to talk about some of these areas that need immediate repairs. And the city is also going to be talking about the current state of the Riverwalk project. The city says that the lighted handrail project has been completed for some time now, but the other problem is the bulkhead at the Mississippian River needs to be repaired. The city says that project has been delayed, and they have signed a new contract with an engineering firm. And we spoke with one business owner who says fixing up the walkways would likely help business.
I think it's great that we're going to be working on expanding or fixing, just because now that we have so many more opportunities with the town of Milford, having our First Fridays or any of the Saturday things and events that we have, there is a lot of walking traffic.
All right, I think we lost Elisa there, but we'll come back to her later on. Now happening today, we should be learning more about the alcohol beverage policy for next year's Boardwalk Rock Music Festival in Ocean City. Organizers will be having their applications reviewed at the Worcester County Board of License Commissioners meeting coming up soon. Two-day festival begins Saturday, May 17th. The organizers are requesting to be allowed to sell alcoholic beverages between noon and 10:30 in the festival area. That's from the Inlet to North Division Street.
There's an update on a story that we've been covering for quite some time, and depending on your point of view, it's either a win or a setback in the effort to build a wind farm off of our coast. On Tuesday, the Sussex County Council voted to deny a conditional use request. It would have allowed alternative energy company U.S. Wind to build a substation near the Indian River Power Plant. The substation would have served as the onshore connection point for power generated by wind turbines in the Atlantic Ocean. And U.S. Wind said in a statement, quote, "We know that the law is on our side and are confident that Tuesday's decision will not stand. Our plans to build the region's most important clean energy project are unchanged," end quote. Now, U.S. Wind may also need to find a new staging area for its equipment in Ocean City. On Tuesday, the Worcester County Commissioners announced plans to use eminent domain to prevent the company from purchasing 2 seafood wholesale properties in West Ocean City's commercial maritime harbor.
Happening now, we have an update on a deadly hit and run that happened in Ocean City. Ocean City police have arrested 57-year-old James John Johnson, and he's being charged with first and second-degree murder, along with various other charges. According to police, the hit and run was intentional. Investigators say that witnesses saw an SUV, allegedly driven by Johnson, accelerate and swerve directly into the victim in the parking lot at 92nd Street. Police used surveillance video and witness statements to identify that driver as Johnson. Happening now, rules, regulations, and reefer. Milford continuing to mull over how they want to handle recreational marijuana.
Tuesday, a big discussion continued on what Milford should do regarding marijuana laws, and Coast TV reporter Brendan Conroy shows us how the ordinance definitely has a lot of thought going into it.
Recreational marijuana right around the corner. That could be the case soon for people who live in Milford. The Planning Commission met Tuesday to discuss zoning rules and regulations governing the recreational sale of the drug in the city.
Permitted uses in the highway commercial zone.
Nicholas Pace lives in Milford and is on board.
I am pro marijuana. I use marijuana. Nothing against it. Just use it respectfully.
But thinks the proper regulations are always important.
I don't know about other people, but around the schools, I don't think it should be sold or brought to the attention of the children as much at an early age.
Entering this meeting, the Planning Commission was considering 3 different ordinances. One would have banned the recreational sale of pot. That was left on the cutting room floor. The other 2 both allow for recreational sales, but with different rules and regulations. Those are the 2 ordinances that will now be sent for City Council's consideration. Tuesday was just a workshop, so there were no official decisions made, but there will be more serious talks when it's brought in front of City Council in January. Despite all the meetings, public comment sessions, and workshops, one woman in Milford says this is all happening too quickly.
I think that this is a huge decision for our city council, and I think that it seems like this is kind of like on a fast track.
There is still more that has to be determined before anyone will be selling marijuana in Milford. But the process continues to move forward, and once a final decision is made by City Council, Milford could be one of the few coastal towns or cities where people can make some green by selling some green. For Coast TV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
On Tuesday, Delaware's Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester gave her final remarks on the House floor. This is before becoming Delaware's U.S. Senator. And she said she's grateful for the last 8 years of her career and is ready to move forward and create history.
So 167 years later, I stand here, the first woman and black person elected to Congress from Delaware, on the shoulders of our ancestors, delivering my final speech before being sworn in as a United States Senator. My journey represents the promise and potential of America.
And last month, Blunt Rochester won the open Senate seat, currently held by retiring Tom Carper. She will be sworn in as Delaware's next senator on January 3rd. Happening now in Baltimore, police there investigating after they say one person is dead, several others are injured. This is after a shooting and a car crash. At least 9 people were taken to hospitals there. It's not clear if their injuries were the results of the gunshots or the crash, but witnesses say they heard more than a dozen shots fired. First responders say when they arrived at the scene, they found the vehicle fully engulfed in flames.
We're taking a live look now at our nation's capital. Congressional leaders say they now have a plan to avoid a government shutdown this weekend. A stopgap spending plan leaders unveiled last night appears to have bipartisan support in both chambers. It moves the funding deadline from this Friday to March 14th. It also provides almost $100 billion in disaster aid. Much of that is for FEMA's Relief Fund, the Small Business Administration's disaster loan program, and assistance for farmers.
We worked really hard to achieve consensus on a bill that responsibly funds the government into March of next year.
Some Republicans frustrated with the bill, though, saying they want more time to read it. Others saying they did not have enough input.
More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, Salisbury officials are looking into the cause of that crash. We're going to tell you what first responders say about the collision.
Also, Henlopen girls basketball battle, the second half surge that produced a win for Del Mar.
And we have the results of a heavily debated gate in Lewis. We're going to show you perspectives from both sides of that fence. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
We salute Private First Class Lonnie Woody, a proud veteran who served with honor in the U.S. Army until his passing in March 2022. His service took him across the globe, including stations in Germany and Korea, where he contributed significantly to our military efforts.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
The holiday season is my favorite time of year.
Join Jimmy Fallon and all his friends for a star-studded music special.
Ooh, Coco's hot.
Jimmy Fallon's Holiday Seasoning Spectacular, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
What do you say we get this party started?
You know what I'm gonna say.
You get the picture.
Happy holidays, everybody. I think I beat the traffic.
Feel the magic of the season as you wander your way through an immersive winter wonderland at Ocean City, Maryland's Winterfest of Lights. Let imagination flourish at Northside Park with thousands of twinkling lights and larger-than-life animated Christmas scenes. Sip hot chocolate, snap a photo with Santa, and enjoy the array of holiday exhibits under the illuminating holiday lights. Find your magic at Winterfest of Lights, an Ocean City, Maryland family tradition. Open November 21st through December 31st. Get tickets at OCOcean.com or Northside Park.
The hammers are smashing, the glasses are raising, and the fun times await at Bushel Sports Bar and Grill in Lewis. Explore our selection of off-season entrees and mouth-watering signature sandwiches that are sure to satisfy any palate. Relax and enjoy local craft brews and specialty cocktails watching your favorite sports team, or compete with your friends at some 8-ball and indulge yourself with year-round all-you-can-eat crabs served by the bucketful and seasoned to perfection. For good vibes with a friendly atmosphere, visit Bushel's on Coastal Highway today.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
6:39 on our Wednesday morning, seeing some daylight on the Gutter Helmet Cam, 48 degrees. Chillier in other places, 40 in Seaford, 41 in Georgetown. A little milder at the coast, upper 40s from Bethany Beach to Rehoboth. Visibility is coming down a little bit in fog right now, 1.75 miles in Georgetown. A little higher in other places, so it will vary, so watch for that. Otherwise, calm winds. If you're taking a stroll on the boardwalk, looking at a mix of sun and clouds, 40s and 50s with light winds. Our umbrella winner today is Christina from Milton. Congratulations to her on her new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
Looking at gate debate settled after Sussex County Council met. Council voted 4-1 for amendments that would ensure a gate that joins fencing that divides the governor's neighborhood and a future development. Neighbors say if opened up, they fear traffic will increase through their streets. Mike Vincent was the one lone vote saying no, saying homeowners should have known when they bought it a road was possible. Don't forget, CoastTV is your destination for football over the weekend. On Saturday, Houston Texans will take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Special holiday game starts at noon. Kickoff is at 1. Sunday night football, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. That game is at 7, and then you can stay right here to watch your local coverage on CoastTV News at 11.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. Delmar girls basketball looking for their third straight win in visiting Woodbridge last night. In the first is Jada Plummer getting the Raiders on the board first with this 3-ball. Shortly after, Plummer with another one, this time from way downtown. The first quarter would end up with the Raiders in front 7-6. On to quarter 2, Delmar's Layla Brown gets the pass and spins around for the jumper. Nothing but net. The Wildcats take the lead 8-7. Delmar would add to their lead with this down-court pass to Yanni Hunt. No one is there to defend, and she lays it in. 10-7 Wildcats. Still early in the quarter, Ajia Cannon is going to be left all alone in the corner, and she makes the Wildcats pay with the triple for Woodbridge. 10-10 at half. We head to the start of the second half. The inbound makes it to Deja Doughton, who gives it to Hunt, and she puts it in for 2. The Wildcats get out in front, and Delmar would keep their lead for the rest of the half and basically ice the game with this score. Following the inbound by Ivani Brown, and the Delmar Wildcats grab their third win of the season, defeating Woodbridge 32-25. And tune into the Governor's Challenge next weekend from December 26th to the 30th. The country's largest holiday tournament welcomes 140 teams from 14 different states, D.C. and Canada, to the Eastern Shore right after Christmas. Watch it live on DSN and stream games from 5 courts only on DSN+. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And coming up tonight on DSN, 6:30, Henlopen Conference Wrestling. Milford visits Cape. And then for a full recap of all the action tonight, tune in to the final score at 10:30. On the DSN Plus app at 4:20 Easton, Kent Island facing off in hockey. At 5:30, it is high school wrestling featuring Arcadia, Nandua, and Mardella. More wrestling at 6, Caravel and Cesar Rodney. At 7, Sussex Central will take on Polytech. You just heard Michelle talk about it, the 42nd Annual Governor's Challenge back in Salisbury. 140 teams from 14 states, D.C., and Canada hit the courts from December 26th through the 30th. And the Delmarva Sports Network is your home, your exclusive home for all the action. To stream the Governor's Challenge, you'll need to download the DSN app or go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com and subscribe to DSN+.
During the holiday season, Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign works to bring the Christmas spirit to everyone. And of course, we always like to share the cards and the donations that we have received. This beautiful card here with a lovely tree is from Larry in Selbyville. Larry, thank you so much. We are going to put this on our tree. But don't forget, we still need all of your help to make sure every child on Delmarva has a special present to open on Christmas. Already, our initiative has raised over $300,000. And if you want to donate online, just visit blessourchildren.org. Time for today's Holiday House. We're going to show you a festive outdoor display on your screen. you're going to see a display at home in Seaford. Decorations are absolutely perfect, colorful, bright, cheerful. We love it. Happy holidays to that family in Seaford. We want to see more of your bright lights and your festive setups. Submit your pictures and videos to us at coasttv.com/holidayhouse. And don't forget, next week, tune in to Coast TV's Christmas special. It's a Marvelous Christmas. We'll be highlighting heartwarming stories for you and your family to enjoy this Christmas. Tune in first, 11 p.m. Christmas Eve, and you can watch again Christmas Day, 5 p.m.
Watch for areas of patchy fog this morning. We're seeing that in Laurel right now. It's cold, 42 and mostly clear. Some clouds out there. More clouds increasing for today. One last mild day, then rain tonight, then turning much colder. Really cold by the weekend. Not as cold for Christmas. Your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's Holiday House, sponsored by Beta Beach Builders. For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Visit Gateway Subaru this holiday season during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event through January 2nd. With every Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to one of these 5 charities, plus an additional $50 when you choose your hometown charity. And Subaru will donate $5 for every routine service performed. At Gateway Subaru, our customers are the heart of what we do, and we're committed to being a positive force in our community. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Here at the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in countertops, to not only ensure you get the best product to fit your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
When I came into the Delmarva Design Center and see that big collection of slabs, that makes really the decision seamless.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
6:46 on your Wednesday. We are going to take a live look now at Laurel, see what's going on there. Sun is on its way up there. Maybe a little bit of haze or fog looking down there on Laurel, Bob, but nothing too much, nothing too crazy to worry about.
Yeah, no, we're not looking at dense fog, but there is some patchy fog out there now, 4 miles visibility in Georgetown. Watch out for that. More on that in just a moment. But we've got more rain chances on the way. We've got a good chance tonight. Widespread rain with the cold front. Watch for that. Then another system will sneak up along the coast on Friday. Right now it looks like a cold rain. Later Friday and Friday night, keep that in mind for your plans. Then it dries out for the weekend and gets really cold. Where it's clear now, it's chilly. 38 in Redden, 40 in Seaford, 44 in Delmar, Salisbury 42, 51 in Ocean City, and 48 in Bethany Beach. A bit of a breeze at the coast, but inland it's calm, and that's why we're seeing some fog right now. 4 miles in fog in Georgetown. Visibility is a little better in Salisbury and Ocean City, so use those low beam headlights. The fog should dissipate here in the next couple of hours. Otherwise, mostly clear. It's partly cloudy skies right now. Not too much going on over the top of us, but there are showers developing along a front with low pressure across the Mississippi Valley. You can see the rain here, and in the colder air, it's snow. And this front and low will be tracking our way, and then behind it, we are looking at the floodgates opening for the coldest air of the season, moving out of Canada and into our neck of the woods by this weekend. Futurecast this morning, we'll see that fog dissipating by mid-morning. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s by noon. afternoon, increasing clouds, mid-50s, and some places could touch 60 if you see sunshine, otherwise 50s for this afternoon. And this evening, mild with cloud cover and the southwest wind with the front. Here come the showers overnight, maybe at times a little heavy, but still some showers by about 3 a.m. Then they clear out by tomorrow morning, and then we're cold, 30s and 40s. It's a sunny day, but it's a much colder day with highs into the mid to upper 40s. We do have a system coming up the coast as we go into Friday, and that could nick us with a little bit of rain as we go into Friday evening. Keep that in mind for your plans. Maybe you're checking out lights or going out to dinner. Some cold rain, maybe some snow farther to the north, but in the wake of this, we're looking at much colder air building in for the weekend. Rainfall-wise, maybe up to about a quarter inch of rain between now and the weekend, and the big story is a blast of winter this weekend into early next week. Highs 10 to 20 degrees below average, highs only in the 30s, lows in the teens, and it will be staying dry, so no snow with the cold. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 58 today, and then we're looking at 47 on Thursday, Friday 46, and then the real cold air builds in this weekend. 37 Saturday, only 20 Sunday morning, not getting above freezing on Sunday, 30, 16 to start the day on Monday, 34 Monday, Christmas Eve, not as cold, mostly sunny, and 45.
This morning, the Delaware Department of Motor Vehicles says a program will allow third-party organizers to provide commercial driver's license tests. Now, the agency says starting next spring, organizations can begin providing the tests as long as they adhere to federal and agency standards. These include creating a route for a road test and completing a training program.
Happening now, Salisbury officials will continue to investigate what led to this crash that we're showing you on your screen. According to the Salisbury Fire Department, that crash took place Tuesday on Naylor Mill Road. One person had to be rescued from that collision. Time is now 6:50 this morning, and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
All right, today's coastal pet of the day, a cool cat who is ready for the holidays. That is Romero on your screen. You can see Romero already has the Christmas party outfit on. He's ready to go. He's a week and early for Christmas, but he is ready to party. Romero was submitted to us by Romeo in Millsboro.
Romero and Romeo, quite the pair, and that's an interesting photo. I love to see that. We do want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos. Tell us what makes your pet so special.
Yeah, you can scan that QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to us, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It's cold starting in Cambridge right now, 37 degrees, and we're looking at conditions today where we'll see sunshine this morning and increasing clouds. One last mild day, then rain tonight, then turning colder, much colder by the weekend, and not as cold for Christmas, and unfortunately for Santa, not a white Christmas, or the rest of us. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Start the new year off generously by giving to those in need on Delmarva. Coast Country Cares is hosting a Code Purple Drive on Saturday, January 11th at Boulevard Ford in Georgetown. Stop by from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to donate non-perishable food items, warm clothing, cleaning supplies, and more for shelters and those who need it most this winter. For a complete list of items for January 11th, go to coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. make pina coladas right by poolside, even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid, yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Now 6:53 this morning, it's time for some things you need to know before you go. Congressional leaders say they now have a plan to avoid a government shutdown this weekend. A stopgap spending plan leaders unveiled last night appears to have bipartisan support in both chambers. It moves the funding deadline from this Friday to March 14th. It provides almost $100 billion in disaster aid, much of that for FEMA's Relief Fund, the Small Business Administration's disaster loan program, and assistance for farmers.
Police in Baltimore are investigating after they say one person is dead, several others injured after a shooting and a car crash. At least 9 people were taken to hospitals there. It's not clear if the injuries were the results of gunshots or the crash, but witnesses say they heard more than a dozen shots fired. First responders say when they arrived at the scene, they found the vehicle fully engulfed in flames.
Some news now out of Ocean City. After months of debating regulations for short-term rentals, the town's Planning and Zoning Commission made a few changes, and here's what's being proposed there. The length of time people are allowed to stay overnight would be limited by the number of bedrooms. And for residential neighborhoods, people would have to stay at least 31 days. Essentially, this would be getting rid of short-term rental options in that zone.
Learning more about the plans for next spring's Boardwalk Rock Music Festival in Ocean City, organizers will have their application reviewed today at the Worcester County Board of License Commissioners meeting. The 2-day festival begins Saturday, May 17th. The setup will be similar to the Ocean's Calling Festival, and organizers are requesting to be allowed to sell alcohol beverages between noon and 10:30 p.m. in the festival area from the inlet to North Division Street.
Taco Bell slightly stepping away from its Mexican-inspired cuisine just a little bit.
What?
Yeah, just not. I didn't make the rules.
All right, well, apparently on Thursday, the chain will offer chicken nuggets for a limited time. Paige.
Yeah, they are. The chicken nuggets will be marinated in a zesty jalapeno buttermilk, coated in tortilla chips and breadcrumbs.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Taco Bell also introducing new dips for the nuggets. Those include a tangy signature Bell sauce, jalapeno, infused honey mustard, and spicy ranch.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm actually excited.
Me too. You want to go after this?
Is it ready?
I don't know.
All right. Let's
We'll
go,
find
Bob.
out.
Taco Bell.
You ready, Bob?
Early breakfast or early lunch.
15 years you haven't eaten at Taco Bell?
I can't even look at him right now.
Yeah.
Can't look at you, Bob. Just give us something else. Just kidding.
All right, let's talk about the weather. We're looking at areas of fog this morning, otherwise some sunshine early on, and then increasing clouds. Winds start to turn out of the south, temperatures in the 50s to maybe around 60 degrees. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 58 today. Then we've got the rain building in tonight, and then colder Thursday and Friday into the upper 40s. Really cold into the weekend. 37 Saturday, 20 the low on Sunday, 31 on Sunday. That's the high. Make sure you winterize. 34 Monday, warming up towards Christmas Eve, 45. Christmas Day, Santa will need the wheels for the sleigh. Some rain later in the day, 46. And it looks like a little more rain the day after Christmas, and 49.
You know, some people want a rainy Christmas, Bob, so they're celebrating. That's all right. Okay, well, thank you all for joining us here on Coast TV News today.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who those people are,
Not
but
me.
if they're out there, hey, today's show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Don't forget, we'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, go ahead, grab your phones, download our Coast TV and weather apps. Have a great Wednesday morning, everybody.